Hi and welcome to another tutorial. In today's lesson, we'll learn how to find outliers with Z-scores using Microsoft Excel. So anyways, guys, let's jump in. So I've just got a sample, product spreadsheet over here. I've got a bit of sales, I've got the date, and I've got the product. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to identify the Z-score so then that we can find the outlier. So an outlier is just one of those scores that kind of doesn't sit right with the rest of the data, and this is an easy way to find that. So the formula to calculate the Z-score is going to be the sales minus the average divided by the standard deviation. So the first thing that we need to do is let's find the average of all of our sales, and that will be my average over there. Now the standard deviation, to do that, the formula is equal stdev. Now we want to go stdev.p, which means that this is the complete population. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight all of my data as well. So this is not a sample, this is my complete population, and that is my standard and that is my standard deviation. So now to find the Z-score, all we have to do is we have to go equals, we'll open bracket, we'll say the sales is going to be subtracted from the average. Now, because that's on an island, we want to lock it away. Then we're going to close the bracket, and then we are going to divide it by the standard deviation. And again, we will have to lock that. So once I press enter, now it's given me the Z-score. And so from this data, now we can go and see if we actually have any outliers. So I'm gonna make a new heading over here. I'm gonna call it outlier. And basically when we are looking for outliers, we are looking for any scores that are, kind of deviating from the average. Well, let's say if you go higher than a Z-score of 3, then you know that that one is potentially an outlier. So let's have a look at this. If we go equals, we'll go equal if. We will check to see, so our logical test will be the Z-score, and if that is greater than 3, then what I want is I want something to appear back saying yes. Or if it's not, then I want something to return back saying no. And now you can see that we have one potential outlier. So this one has a Z-score of 5.13. So look, you can always do it like this. If you wanted to, you can, sort it out ascendingly, and then you can see the top score over there, or you can highlight it here as well. And then what else we can do is we can highlight all of that data. And then if we go into conditional formatting and highlight cells greater than, let's say 3, and put that with, a color that's not in this color scheme, now I can see that that is my Z-score there. So let's look at this in a chart. So now if I just go and create a chart from this, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it back into alphabetical order. So if I take all of my products over here, hold command and highlight all of my Z-scores, and then go to insert, and if I click on a scatter chart, now you can see that that outlier is over there. So that's another visual representation of how we can actually potentially see these outliers. So then what you can do is you can go and subtract this one from the average so it doesn't impact our chart. So that's one way of doing Z-scores. I'll show you another way which is a little bit faster. So let me show you another example, and now we have student results spreadsheet over here. So you've got a few names over here, you've got their results, and we want to calculate the Z-score. So to do this, what we need to do is we need to use the equal standardize function. Now there are 3 main things you have to worry about in here. You have to worry about X, which is the value, the mean, which is the average, and standard deviation. So the X is easy. All right, all we have to do is click on our value. Then we move into the mean. So now we need average, and I'm going to just highlight all the results. Now I am going to lock that. So I can close the bracket, move into the standard deviation, and this time I need stdev, and again we need .p because this is the entire population. So we're going to highlight all of the results over there. We are going to lock that, and then we are just going to close up all of the brackets. And then when you press enter, now you have the z-score for all of those results over there. So again, if we go and if we create a chart from all of that, if we go to insert, scatter chart, now you can see the distribution of all of those scores compared to the average. So anyways, guys, that's it for this short tutorial on how to calculate Z-scores. Hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.